I thought we agreed on yo, dude.
Did we?
I say yo and you say yo.
No, I was gonna say hey, and you were gonna say ho.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, is that
Yo,
right? No, I think it's wrong.
I think we're past that
Anyway,
point.
these people are sitting there thinking, what are these guys, these guys talking about? Guys, let me introduce you to the first ever episode of the Speedy Comics podcast. Now, I don't know about you, Waleed, but I am so excited to be here. We have so much planned, like it's unbelievable. It's like there's a scene in X-Men when the
Yes,
guy just starts making everything slow and he's just running around doing things.
exactly.
We've literally been
Quick
doing
sell.
that in real time. There's
That is
so
true.
much stuff that's about to come to these people and they have no idea. It's one of those moments. You have no idea what's about to hit you, but we're just gonna blow your minds with so many things that we're doing. So a little introduction for the people that don't know. AJ, I have my own podcast, Jibber with Jabber, and this is not that one. This is a new improved, this is a special one. Everything comics, everything pop culture, everything you need to know, this is going to be the place that you need to go. Waleed, would you like to tell them a little about yourself?
Well, alrighty. Well, I would like to.
You like to.
Of course, Speedy Comics. This is Speedy Comic Podcast. My name is Waleed Hmedan. I'm the store manager of Speedy Comics, as well as I do a lot of the creative aspects and the communication stuff, but also I'm a filmmaker. Studied here in Dubai, and of course, I have a few short films and such. And of course, we love pop culture.
We love pop
We
culture,
love pop
which brings
culture.
me to my tagline. So I was thinking of something that would describe us,
Uh huh.
to people and describe this podcast. And the kind of people who watch this are the kind of people who we are. So I
True.
thought geeking since we started speaking is a nice
Geeking since we started
it's
speaking.
a
All
nice little
right.
tagline to
Has a
kind of
little
add to it,
rhythm
right?
to it.
Yeah.
All
We're gonna
right.
get some t-shirts made and send them right over to you so you guys know what's going on. Yeah, like I said, I mean, a lot of people know about Speedy Comics. They know about what we do. That obviously Speedy Comic-Con that just passed was huge and it went down a
Yes.
storm. And especially, it wasn't only just because it was digital as well.
Correct.
So it
Correct.
wasn't a case of how well it did in general. To make something happen like that with people not even there
Oh God.
is insane.
Oh
Like to
God.
still to
Yes.
still be able to pull it off and make it something amazing
Yes.
is just credit to you guys. The way you did that it was
I'll tell
amazing.
you what exactly, and because of that, we had a lot of a million questions because
Mm,
this was not just a virtual or a digital Comic Con, but it was also the first in the Middle East. So the question would be, we'd be talking about it. Oh, it's the first virtual Comic
mm.
Con. There's Brandon Routh, Superman, John Bernthal, The Punisher, 15 other celebrities. You're gonna be able to talk to them from the laptop and such, and people will be like, okay, so when are they coming?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
digital Comic Con.
yeah.
And they're like, oh, so they're not coming? I'm like, Wallah, no,
It's
they're
like,
not.
well, it would be strange if you were still on your laptop and they were there.
I
And it's
mean,
like, well, why would you
right?
not go
Why
and
would
see
I
them?
be talking about laptops
But
and
we'll give them
such?
the benefit of the doubt. Look, us comic geeks and us pop culture geeks, we tend to have a very narrow mind, and we tend to kind of
Yes.
like want,
The
the
excitement
excitement of it.
snatches up.
And
Yeah.
inshallah, look, I can't wait for the next one, and hopefully we will be able to do an event that's gonna be insane. I mean, it
Right.
surely is. I mean,
Yeah.
most things in Dubai are overly lavish and insane. So
True.
imagine a Comic
Over the
Con.
top. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Speedy
Yeah.
Comic Con is going to be amazing. I think we should talk a little bit about Rashid because Rashid,
Oh.
the man, the myth, the legend, the guy
Yes.
behind
Yes.
Speedy Comics, he's insane, bro.
He's the guy. He's the man with the treasures.
Dude, he's
Oh my
so you know
God.
what it's like because at the end of the day, anybody that's been doing something for a long time is going to become a master at it. You know,
Yes.
Rashid, for those who don't know, has been collecting comics since he was 9 years old. He's now 387 years old.
Some
And
some people
some
say
people say,
even
yeah,
more.
even older, even
Yes.
older. Like
Yeah.
I have a feeling that, in the days of Dracula and stuff, he was still collecting comics and
Well,
collecting fangs. I'm sure he has a fang from Dracula that fell out,
Bram Stoker's Dracula is probably
based on Rashid,
Rashid
right?
to Bram
It was
Stoker.
based on Rashid, you know. And it's not just what he does. It's always nice to find somebody who has a passion for what they do, and sometimes when somebody has the right amount of passion and it's pure passion, they don't even need to tell you about it. you know what I mean? You just know.
It
Kind of thing.
radiates.
Yeah,
off
it
the
radiates.
person. You
off
know
them.
that. Oh, I like this person. Yeah,
Exactly. I
yeah.
mean, when I first met Rashid, we had an instant connection, and it was just like we had so many things in common. You know, even the comic store that he used to collect his comics from in London, Forbidden Planet, which was the place that I used to go to collect them.
Oh wow.
So imagine, you know, the when two worlds meet so far away, so far apart, but we're still doing the same thing.
Right.
I mean, when I say when he was younger, he was probably really about 205 then,
Well,
but
yeah.
still looked like a kid.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the passion is amazing. The way he does things is very kind of like it's not a case of he wants to just get something. He wants to go above and beyond and get something that's like,
Which
know,
is insane.
which is-
exactly.
yeah.
Which is highlighted by when we had the actual Batmobile outside, the registered car that is the Batmobile that Michael Keaton drove
Exactly.
in those movies. Well, he owns one of however many not copies or replicas,
Pieces.
the actual
Yeah.
ones used in the film,
Yeah.
the models used in the
Yeah.
film. He has one of, I think, 11 or so, and they were outside, and people would come in for months after it because it was there for a limited time only,
Yeah.
and people would come in like, "Where's the Batman car?" It's like,
Exactly.
"I'm sorry, it's bad.
It's
bad.
gone.
The Rashid
Batman
case.
has crime to solve. Okay, he's a bit busy right now. He'll be back soon. But yeah, the Batmobile, for those you guys who missed, might be coming back and popping a little appearance. So keep your eyes peeled. Another thing that we're doing, so it's not only going to be this podcast, and just like everybody else in Speedy Comics, we're very lovely people who like to share. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you 2 other videos that come out weekly. Other than this, one is going to be a product review. So anything that new that comes in the shop that you need to know about, this is going to be the place to find it first.
Of course, yes.
And another one, which I'm really excited about,
Ooh.
is the Vault.
The Vault.
The Vault, for those who don't know, is a vault inside the Speedy Comics store, right at the back of the store, with huge steel doors.
It's Speedy Comics' own personal private museum of collections.
Yeah.
So the product reviews would be the items that you see in the store, which is also we specialize in the harder to find rare items, whether pops or comics or such, even figures.
Yeah.
But the vault is a whole different.
It's a whole different story.
Dimension.
It's insane, and not just
Nuts.
that. The vault inside it, that the pieces that we're going to be showing you are, I mean, I know you're going to be excited to see them. I remember the first time, and I'll let you tell yours. The first time that I went into the vault, it was like, have you seen Disney's Aladdin?
Yes.
You see the bit where the tiger comes out of the sand and goes, only one.
The Cave of Wonders.
Yeah, and it's like, who disturbs? I said, it is me, AJ, a humble thief. Okay, touch nothing inside the vault. Okay, go in there. And I just remember just looking around, and you go in there, and I don't want to say too much about it because obviously people will see.
Yes.
But you go in there, and the first thing that hits your eye,
it's the big daddy. It's the crown jewel.
Yeah.
It's the crown jewel. It's one of the rarest comic books ever, one of the oldest and most valuable. It's a Superman #1.
now.
You
get the Homer Simpson. Yeah.
It's
in its glass.
It's in a
case.
glass casing.
Yeah.
It's in the middle. It's of course protected by a pit of alligators and lasers
right.
that and those axes that run around.
Yeah, the swinging ones.
Exactly. Yeah. Of course, they're all there, and that's there. And then on the right side, it's full of extremely beautiful comic books that are rare. Of course, graded, all of them. And on the left side is the Funko Pops that are signed by everyone.
Oh, you'll find out who those are. And another thing I like about the way that Rashid does things, it's not in a showy off way. It's not like, hey, come and look at this. It's more of a preservation. Somebody that loves something so much, he wants these pieces to preserve them, and to keep that collection alive and together. And it's like, you don't want to separate orphans, right? When they're younger. So you'll go and you'll adopt the whole family just so the brothers and sisters can stay together and live a nice life together. You know what I mean?
That is because also one of the pillars of that is the community. Because he's a part of the community. He's been part of the community since the beginning
Of time.
Time, yes, and when people start collecting gear, and of course a big part of what we do is sharing that with people. That's why there are comics that people, there's seating areas and such where people can sit down and read comics and such. So it is a beautiful thing to share as well. Yeah,
It's a strange thing the eye he has for things, because I remember like, the other day when I was in the store, he was like, "Hey, check this out, Berserker, Keanu Reeves' new comic." And then literally a day later, Netflix announced that they were gonna make that into a Netflix series.
Two things: a movie, a live action movie, and an animation. Yeah.
And like he sees these things before they happen. He's like the Wolf of Wall Street of comics, right? He sees the dip and then just gets it.
He gets the vibes of it. He's like, well, yes, something's gonna happen.
I mean, I can't wait. We have so many things, and the community that we're building, that the involvement, that's what I'm excited about. The kind of things that we have planned for these guys, that's gonna kind of bring them together as a community, even without us, kind of, but still with us. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Building those games around Dubai and different things. I'm not going to tell you too much about it now, but there's going to be a lot of things happening. It's insane. It's insane. I mean, how did you feel when you first saw the vault?
Oh, when I first saw the vault, well, I'll tell you something. Of course, at that time I was with Speedy, but the new location, which is the HQ, was being prepared, the one with the vault. I heard, like, he told me, well, we're putting a vault there. I'm like, well, that sounds cool. Okay, but I didn't understand what it was about initially. And then when I saw the blueprints of it, and like, there's a vault here. And then when I actually saw it there, goosebumps.
Yeah.
Goosebumps. Because the things there weren't available before. Because they were the separate location, which I guess, I don't know where, the Fortress of Solitude or something. And then they were there. And that's when I first laid my eyes on the Superman #1. Like, oh my God, is it real? But it was a beautiful thing, because he's one of the lucky few who've been inside the vault, and the vault is a vault. It's, you go inside and there's nothing but these items. There's nothing else. It's packed. So there's a lot of stuff, and a lot of beautiful stuff keeps coming.
That's the thing.
So yeah,
and I bet you when he showed you the blueprints, he was like, "Did you know this paper was made out of Stan Lee paper that he didn't use?" If you see the signature of the bottom of this blueprint, he just signed it. It's just blank paper that he
threw it, and
blank paper he decided not to use, and he changed it.
Which is funny, because actually one time we did have we have a book that's inside the vault that's signed by Joe Shuster and Jerry Siegel, different books, the creators of Superman. And one time when we got the books, there was a handwritten letter by him, and that mistakenly fell, and we had to turn everything
upside down,
because it looked like a piece, because it was written a while back, of course, 20-30 years ago, but we had to find it, because just the value of the ripped envelope that he wrote to someone else, and then we purchased that item.
Dude, that's insane. Dude, that's insane. Crazy. And all the stuff, like, I mean, the vault has a lot of stuff, so there's a lot of connection. This is another thing. It's not a case of, okay, there's comics. There's also Jobadoo in the vault. So as you can see by our amazing t-shirts here, I love this one. I think this one and the Batman one are my favorites, because it uses the Arabic calligraphy one. I wanted to collect all of the Arabic calligraphy ones, but I don't think my breasts would look as good in the Wonder Woman one as but it's a risk I'm willing to take just to have the collection, to be honest.
I think these are for
Wonder Man. And right now, in this day and age, we're trying to make everything, respect everyone. And if I want to wear a Wonder Woman t-shirt, I'll wear a Wonder Woman t-shirt.
He gets to wear a Wonder Woman
So they have all of them. I mean, it's exclusive to the heroes, to all the different heroes. And I mean, we're gonna have, again, so we're gonna have different days when we go different things. We'll have a Jobadoo episode where we'll go all deep into the history of it, where it started, and where it's going, where it's headed. But our store is the only place that you can find it in the Middle East right now.
That is correct. That is correct. Because we work with those guys. They're very, very good friends of ours, or partners with them. And we have they're superhero themed merchandise, because of course they do other things, a lot of other things, but the superhero stuff is with us exclusively.
And it's amazing material, and everything can fit, and
beautiful. Beautiful. It is. It is. I'll keep some of it for when we talk about
Yeah,
them
yeah,
in
exactly.
depth, because there's a lot of cool stuff. But
Yeah.
but of course, I mean, that is the signature of anything that's any event you see. It's there's someone wearing a Jubilee something.
Mm.
It is beautiful.
It's amazing. And, you know, I want to talk about other brands, but before I do, talk about the brands connected with us. You know, if I ever found myself in a situation where I found a Kryptonian letter that was
Oh,
sent, you know, somewhere and it was intercepted, and I needed to decode that letter,
right,
I could always use my my undone Superman
right, right.
Kryptonian decoder. Dude, this watch, which is undone, another one of the brands that are with us, it's sick, bro. It literally has Kryptonian decode. Did you know that?
I did. I
Yeah,
did.
you can decode
Kryptonian
Kryptonian messages
messages.
into English, and
Yes.
I think that's amazing. And
And I think it calls Rashid,
yeah, as well,
not
right?
Superman, but
You know, I don't know if it calls Rashid or if it's connected directly to his ear. So I better say nice things about him because this might be chipped and tracking. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Because sometimes when I send the messages saying I'm going to be late, bro, to meet him at the store if I'm ever going there, he says I know. So when he says
Oh.
I know, I don't know if it's because he has a live tracker in here, so he gets a beep telling him on the map where I am.
I think it's some kind of
Right?
telepathic thing.
Let me just
with the
confuse him a
watches.
little bit. He's going to think I'm jogging and
He's
running
gonna
around.
think,
That's right. Yeah.
Your phone will ring. It's like,
Exactly
where's
right.
the
Yeah,
podcast?
yeah. So undone watches. Again, another thing. So this is an anniversary watch. The Batman 80th anniversary
Yes.
watch came in two styles, which was really cool.
Right.
We're gonna do a proper one about that. Which one's your favorite out of the two Batman ones?
Oh God, I like the Bruce Wayne one,
The
because
Wayne
there's a
Enterprises.
Batman one and then there's a Wayne Enterprises one, because it looks like something Bruce Wayne would,
Exactly.
and it has the W and everything.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece.
See, this is the thing that I saw the Batman one first, and I was like, I definitely like this one more. I don't like the Wayne Enterprises more. Then I saw the Wayne Enterprises, and it's got like green alligator leather kind of thing on it
Right.
there. It says Wayne Enterprises. It's very subtle, but it's titanium as well, and it's just like, and it's like, well, actually, I kind of want both of them.
Which one? Or
'Cause, you
maybe
know,
the
sometimes
or the Joker, the Harley
The
Quinn ones
Joker,
as well.
Harley Quinn one.
Those ones are
Yeah.
are more cool. These ones
Yeah.
are more,
These ones are more like. I mean, this one is this one
Bruce
and the other
Wayne.
one. This is more a necessity, to be honest, because I don't want to ever be caught in a situation where I need to decode Kryptonian and I can't.
I mean, what else would you do?
you know
Not
what I mean?
have an undone watch?
Do you know what I mean? It's very strange. I don't want to be in a because there's a lot of lives at stake. If anything, it could be Kal-El at the Fortress of Solitude telling me to come and reverse his powers back. You know?
Right.
And if I
'cause
miss out on that, then there's who knows what can happen, dude.
then Lois would have a problem.
Yeah, right?
Yes. Yes. I think
I
probably.
find a couple of issues about this whole Lois and Clark thing in their personal relationship. I mean, there's something that I don't know how super is he, you know, and how does he stop his superpower?
All right.
You know?
When is it super and when is
There
it?
can be accidents that could happen in those situations.
These
you
are
know?
questions. I mean,
Right?
exactly.
You don't want laser eyes coming out at the wrong time. You know,
Because accidents do happen.
they do happen. I don't know what right now. What series is like
Oh, right now.
you is
now,
really-
well, absolutely loved WandaVision. Slow burn, thriller, drama, but it dealt with some really human
Yeah.
things, grief, depression, of course, Wanda has been a mess since the first, not the character, but the character that they have created, not the way they handled it, but the character they created was very human, had a lot of problems that she needed to overcome. And of course, that show went by, was beautiful. Then not too long after that, we got Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is more up to speed for people who love action because it's just so cool.
I'm
Anthony
annoyed with it.
Mackie and Sebastian. Oh,
I'm annoyed with it. Okay. Firstly, I'm a child and do not have the patience to wait for another week. I just about got through WandaVision.
right.
Just by trying to live a normal life during those days that it wasn't coming until the next one. Do you know what I mean? I
That's
just had to be
right.
like, no, let me be a parent and a husband for another week until WandaVision comes back on. I like kind of having 10 episodes ready and then just watching them all in
And you
one
just
night
get
kind of thing.
booked
Yeah,
a
by the
night.
end of the night, you've just got chips like hanging off your shoulder, cookies all over the place. You don't know what's going on. You have work in 3 hours or something like that, and you're
Like,
just
oh
like,
no,
you're just
happen
like,
again.
I'm not gonna sleep. I'm just gonna watch the first episode
Curse you,
again.
Marvel.
You know what I
Stop
mean?
making good things.
Yeah. The first one was a bit, the whole black and white. It took me at least 5-10 minutes to kind of get into it.
Right.
Because it was very close to me going, what's this, man? I'm not going to watch this old-timey. Because I didn't even grasp the concept of it in the beginning. And I'm
Yes.
sure a lot of people didn't.
It was
because
a very experimental.
back in the day,
Yeah.
and it's black and white, and it's in the, I think it was 50s or 60s, was it?
It started because every episode was an
Was
era.
10 years different,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I thought it was just going to be that era the whole way through.
Right.
So then I was like, do I really want to watch this or
Okay.
not? And then I watched the next one. I was like, they look a bit different here. What's going on?
Right.
And then I was hooked, dude.
Right.
And with a character like Vision,
Oh, he's a
Vision,
beautiful
dude,
character,
right?
He's a beautiful. When he was talking about the whole ship of Theseus thing, it's like,
well, look, he's British, so whether you like it or not, whether Vision was made or not, he was made British,
he was made British.
and that's why he sounds very articulate. And
That's
he,
true.
he's close to my heart because he's just one of the lads.
I mean, Paul Bettany is also a really
Yeah.
cool guy. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Which is why
Yes.
Cumberbatch was also
Cumberbatch, yes.
Very-
That guy,
very-
that guy.
he's a very good
Anything
hero.
he does, he
Yeah.
puts a piece of him in.
I'm
in
still
that.
hooked on Sherlock.
Sherlock. I was about to say
Yeah,
Sherlock.
I thought
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would
yeah.
like Sherlock.
Of course.
I'm still like disheartened that they didn't continue that.
They keep. I think. I think they want to do another season, but it's just that they're superstars now. Since
Yeah.
more than he had when he started it, so
Yeah.
his schedule and with Doctor Strange and
Yeah.
all of the cast is doing different things at the same time.
Yeah, I know, but just give me Sherlock. Sherlock is,
You're Sherlocked, as they
yeah,
say.
yeah. I deduced that they should make another one.
You deduce that there's not
Yeah.
enough 1 hour and a half
Yeah,
episodes.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. I love the fact that GSP was in it, George St. Pierre,
Yeah.
in that fight, because the second I saw that, I was like, my wife, that's George St. Pierre, that's George St. Pierre. And she was like, who? And I was like, shut up, just watch something. This is going to be a good fight. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you get action scenes,
Yeah.
but the second I saw him, I was like, okay, this is going to be real hits. Like, they're going to look right. They're going to look realistic.
Properly choreographed.
Yeah,
Yes,
properly
yes.
done. And then I was like, yeah. And then,
Let's
he
go.
flew out the plane. I was like, oh, I want to see some more. And then we have to talk about Cap. Or New Cap.
Ugh,
Ugh.
ugh,
Uh,
that guy.
Now, they're either doing really well in making us hate him right now,
Right. Because, yeah.
or something's gone wrong.
Well, I think we're going more towards I think it's a mix of both. I don't think. See, Chris Evans did. We cannot have another Captain America until like a decade or
It's
so.
kinda
Until
like, yeah.
we need to revitalize or whatever. Because he did great. Arguably, his trilogy was the best trilogy out of the main characters. Because it was Captain America, first Avenger, and then Winter Soldier, and then Civil War. Civil War was the third Captain America movie, and that's beautiful. I mean, I have nothing against Wyatt Russell is cool. Who's actually Kurt Russell's son, who was Ego, the Forbidden Planet. He's Kurt Russell's son. Snake Plissken and
That
from
makes so much sense now. I didn't know he was his son.
that is his son. And Kurt Russell is a legend.
yeah.
He's a legend.
Yeah, but sons very rarely live up to their parents.
I
right?
mean, true. He's still young. He's still doing a lot of cool stuff. And fun fact, I think his first audition was for Captain America.
No
Ever,
way.
which is Chris Evans's part. But then, of course, he didn't get it, and Chris Evans got it. But I think, of course, little by little, sometimes they just pop up in a role that changes everything. Chris Pratt was just like the funny, silly guy in Parks and Recreation. Next thing you know, he's in Jurassic World, and he's in
jacked.
Guardians, and he's jacked as
Yeah.
hell, And
Yeah. This is the thing that I find strange with Batman. Because with a lot of heroes, they tend to like to keep the same actor and keep them going as long as possible.
right.
But Batman kind of went against the grain there and was like, no, we're going to give you a different one for everyone. Or every couple, we're
Right.
going to give you a different one.
Right.
Did you ever notice that it was just like,
There's a lot of Batman. Yes.
there is a lot of Batman?
There's a lot of Batman.
Now, what do you
There's-
think that is? Do you think that
Hmm.
they just wanted to give other people a chance to make it a bit different? Or do you think that they never quite felt that they found the right Batman?
I think they must have found. I mean, Michael Keaton, when they first done that, he was great.
Yeah.
And at that time, Tim
Michael
Burton
Keaton
did
and also
Christian Bale.
Nicholson as a Joker.
Oh,
Those
Oh,
that combination was a
Nicholson
very
would do great if he
Yeah.
acted as a tree.
Yeah.
I mean, Nicholson is one of those above,
Yeah.
beyond reproach,
Yeah.
or whatever you call it.
Mm.
That guy is different. Of course, then Christian Bale came. Christian Bale came in to fulfill, I think, Nolan's vision of those movies. So he could only exist in them, maybe, because it would look weird to see that Christian Bale with Henry Cavill's Superman, because they even tonally they don't they don't look the same.
Yeah.
These movies, and then I'm a big fan of Batfleck. A lot of people might
Really?
disagree.
I'm not.
I like him. I love the guy.
I can't take him seriously as a Batman,
As a
and I know
Batman.
there's a lot of fans out there, but I think I prefer Kilmer's one,
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, even over
I mean, see, because
Affleck.
I think that there is a trick with Batman is you're playing two characters. You're playing, but
Yeah,
with a lot
Bruce
of
Wayne.
with all
That-
superheroes, really.
I agree.
Yeah, he's playing Bruce Wayne and Batman, which are two different.
See, but that's the thing.
Personalities, yeah.
I can see Affleck as Bruce Wayne. That works for me,
Right.
but not as Batman.
I can live with that. I'll tell you what, because I'll tell you something. After Batman versus Superman, I kept calling Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne like absent-mindedly, which I didn't mean to do, but for like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I agree he's a great Bruce
Yeah,
Wayne.
he's a
Maybe they could do a Bruce Wayne actor and a Batman actor and then lip sync. I don't know. That's taking a long step, but Batman is Batman is one of the top characters. So I think people will want as many Batmans as they want.
but Superman, they didn't do that.
Superman, they didn't do
They
that.
tried to. I mean, they kept Reeves for how many? 5,
4?
4 or 5?
There's Superman, and then the quest. I think the last one was the quest for peace
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
4,
4, and then there was
and then there was Superman Returns with Brandon Routh, who came to the opening of Speedy Comics,
it was
and he was there, and then came Henry Cavill.
yeah, so only 3.
And
But I guess they've had the Smallvilles and all of that stuff with it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and I think also a lot of that takes part of the movies if they do well or not,
Mm.
and then that determines the continuation of that, because you want to separate. The actor could have done a fantastic job, but then if the movie for whatever reason didn't do as well
Yeah.
as they wanted, they have to separate that memory of that and then create something
Yeah,
new.
I mean, wasn't one of the Saved by the Bell kids a Superman?
Was it?
Wasn't he?
Which one?
The jacked one? What's his name? No, it's not him. He just looks like him.
Probably.
For the Batman and Lois, it was a series that came on.
Oh yeah, right. Batman, Superman and Lois.
Superman.
Yeah,
Oh, Batman
Superman.
and Lois. Did I just
Lois.
say something I shouldn't have? Did I just give out one of the world's biggest secrets? Secret affairs that I was supposed to keep shut. Don't tell me any secrets, dudes. Well, Lois, I'm sorry, and Batman, I'm sorry, but you're gonna
Lois
have to do
is really taking a beating in
maybe,
this podcast today.
maybe this is what that whole Batman Superman beef was really about.
Maybe they
He
don't
found
tell us
out-
the real.
He found out that Bruce was kind of having a little affair with Lois,
true.
and then all hell broke loose.
That's probably, and Superman.
You know what?
Can't
You know
abide
that
by
different geeks and stuff start these. This might be a Reddit thread that is going to go viral because
Most
that is
probably.
a better explanation for why Clark got to that level of angry than the reason
There's
He
I
did.
mean, he can't stand for that.
he can't.
He can't. I don't
He
think
flew
so.
forever. I'll tell you that. Okay, how do you feel about this? Some characters cannot be replaced, and I think you know who I'm going to speak about now.
Yes. Yes.
Who do we get a new Panther? Because I'm not just saying this because Chadwick Boseman passed away.
Right.
Because people do that kind of thing. Oh, he was great and we shouldn't. But I don't see another Black Panther yet. Now, who's
He
around.
took the world by storm. He changed the lives of many people, and by sharing that culture, by sharing that the relatability of the character. I mean, that was an awakening for a lot of people. The movie made over $1 billion. It's not a joke. And now the trick lies in when, because they're doing more Black Panther movies.
Yeah.
They're not going to stop doing that. Of course,
it's its own franchise.
Of course, they can do 1 million of them. The problem is, and I think they knew, because when he had his condition, rest in peace, he must have known, because if they had something,
He knew, but apparently people were saying that nobody else kind of knew.
Sorry, he knew, but I mean, he must have, at least maybe Kevin Feige knew, or
had
someone,
a contractual
because
kind of...
they don't do it by, okay, I want you for this film, I need you for 5 appearances, which could be your own movie, or you could pop up in another guy's movie and whatever, and then we can negotiate. But now, initially, people wanted John David Washington to do Denzel Washington's son. He was in Tenet also, and he would look the part, and I'm sure he has the skills to pull it off. But there's just the mental image of Chadwick Boseman.
He doesn't give me the heart.
He doesn't.
He doesn't
no,
give me
I'll tell you
enough heart
something.
for that.
I have a Wyatt Russell situation with him also. I mean, your dad is Denzel Washington. You have a lot to do. But I don't know. I mean, there's a lazy option, which is have most of the movie, bring someone and have him most of the movie in the mask, in the suit, and then you can
CGI the rest of the face.
You can do that for in the beginning or in the end or something, and him having the mask on, or you could, and the voice could be replicated easily.
Who do you choose? I'm giving you a budget now, and I'm saying to you, you need to make me a Black Panther movie now.
Right.
Who do you choose?
Oh man, why are you doing this to me?
From who you know. It could even be the security guard that is in your block. I mean,
that's true.
Who do you know that plays Black Panther?
That the way that carry it forward.
It's difficult.
It's very difficult because you need someone with that gravitas, and there's a lot of great actors.
There are, but you know what I noticed as well, and you know, shouldn't be the case. There aren't enough black superheroes.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
And there haven't been enough previous ones for us to kind of give us a kind of idea of who plays them well or who.
Correct.
You know, so that's the issue. I mean, if it was older, no, I don't.
Honestly, if it was older, Denzel Washington could do it, because the Equalizer.
I mean, even Idris Elba could do it if he didn't speak.
Thought about Idris Elba, but I mean, he's doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I just hope they don't just. I just hope they don't just bring Will Smith or something, just like something like that. No, you never bloody know.
No way, because Will Smith can do another character, but I don't know who. But Black Panther needs to be a guy who's wise.
Because I can give you a lot of other options for Superman. I can give you a lot of them for Batman. I can give you a lot of them for most of the people. Benga, do you want to be the new Black Panther? Why not? Come on, bro. Let me see your Wakanda forever. What? Let me see your Wakanda forever. I want to see if I can put you forward for the role, bro. Again, symbol. The Wakanda forever, bro.
Forever.
The symbol that I mean, you had so many people. You had people from all races just running around doing it. Wakanda forever.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Who else has a symbol like that, which is a gesture?
Really? I don't...
Name me one.
I mean, just... it's not anywhere as cool, but just Spider-Man just does it.
That's not a gesture. That's what he needs to do.
He has to
look at how many people in Black Panther also do the same gesture. It's a... Correct. It's a cultural thing. It's
the pride of
bigger
Wakanda.
than him. It's bigger than him.
Wakanda forever. Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So what other hero has a physical gesture that they do that someone else... I mean, it almost comes down to the same as a salute, you know, in the army or whatever. A respect, a salute. I can't think of anyone else that has...
I don't think... Anyways, they have catchphrases and such, but nothing that's... Because there's a lot, and there's pride. He's proud of being from Wakanda. There is the love of his land.
There is also the unselfishness of wanting to share things.
Right.
with the others, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to be like, okay, we have something, but we, you know, we should bring the other people in towards the end, you know.
Right. Right.
I don't know. It's
It's a doozy. This one's a doozy.
like in Endgame, when I saw him run back out,
Right.
I was like, Wakanda
Forever.
Yeah, I was like, I'm in.
Oh
I'm
my
in.
god! People hassled him with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Towards the later premieres, you'll see him doing this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I get it, guys. I'm cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it can be. I don't think it can be done. I'm gonna say something which is gonna shock you, but there's a reason behind it.
Mhm.
I still haven't watched Justice League Snyder Cut.
You still haven't watched?
I
Oh my
promised
God.
someone I was gonna watch it with them. They live in Abu Dhabi, and they haven't managed to come. It's been tearing me apart inside.
Okay, I'm not gonna
But
make you feel better.
It's
about
something
yourself. I'm
that
sorry.
I'm happy to wait for. Me and my friend, we have a bond, dude. And
Right.
I really, really, really hope, Adam, that you're keeping this bond on your side because I've been struggling right now. Because two things could be happening. One, he gave in, watched it, and is going to pretend to watch it again with me for the
Which
first
you're
time.
gonna notice
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah, yeah. Because that I've heard that it's like, and there's like, I mean, tell me about it, man.
Beautiful. Okay, no spoilers because for him, I'm sure you guys have seen it, as you should have. But
I
you
know.
know, friendship is important.
But it's a choice. It's not like
Yes.
I've been lazy or I
Yes,
haven't watched
of
it now
course.
because
I was like,
you know.
oh, it's out. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
yeah, of course. No, so I won't say spoilers
Mm.
to talk about it a little bit. Well, it's 4 hours. Does not feel like
means
4
nothing to me.
hours exactly,
Yeah.
and it does not feel like 4 hours. A really good superhero movie that was long was Watchmen, which was also directed by
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Zack Snyder. At some points, we'll be like, all right, I can get to the action part
Yeah.
now. And it's a fantastic film. But Zack Snyder's Justice League is just, they keep coming. They keep coming. And what I loved is that, you know, you're not lumped at it's perfectly divided.
It's like your favorite fight scenes over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah.
Exactly. And of course, this is not a spoiler, it's in the trailer, but Darkseid is in it. And Darkseid, even though he's there for a fraction of the film, he leaves an impact. Steppenwolf has been. We saw the true vision that he had for Steppenwolf because Justice League 2017, the
Yeah.
Justice League
Yeah.
sucked.
That was just this league.
It was like, you
Yeah.
know, justice? Just that.
It's quite funny. Justice League didn't get any justice. They took
At
away
all,
the justice from it, yeah.
ironically, at all, and Batman was cracking jokes and stuff.
Yeah, dude, that was my worst part. And on top of that, it was Affleck cracking jokes as Batman,
Exactly.
which made it even worse for me.
Which
I was
made
like,
it
oh
even
no,
worse for
no,
you.
no,
Like,
no, no,
please
babe.
don't do this to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
Please
It's
stop.
already a joke to me that you're in this. Don't add to it, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Ben Affleck and Lois are getting a beating.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it
Yeah.
also plays into the pattern of that.
Ben Affleck and Lois are getting a beating. Is
His
that something?
words,
Is
man.
something going on here again? I'm just saying.
I think we're gonna get a phone call from Wayne.
yeah, yeah, exactly. right?
Or this podcast is not gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, you know, logo. Of
Do
Wayne
you think
Enterprises.
okay, here's a good question. I mean, I say here's a good question. It could not be a good question, but I think I've got a pretty good question.
Let's see.
Do you think after watching 4 hours of Justice League, you want to start seeing more longer, unedited cuts of the superhero movies and having them more similar to that style as opposed to the just cinema Disney-ish style?
Not necessarily, because some movies lend themselves to that, like
Mm-hmm.
like Justice League. You could do a Avengers Endgame was a long
Endgame,
movie.
yeah.
It was 3 hours,
Could have
right?
been a bit longer though. If
Could
the
have been
director's cut-
been longer. No problem there. But if you're making a Shazam movie, not that
Yeah.
there's anything wrong with Shazam, he's a cool character. I don't think you want a 3-hour Shazam movie
Yeah.
because then you'll have to throw in a lot of things and introduce a lot of characters that are, you know, maybe not time, because, you know, timing is important. One of the biggest criticisms for DC was that they lumped in all the main characters in one film.
Yeah.
When in Batman vs Superman he opens the files, or I don't remember which one, and he sees a video snippet of each of them, while Marvel did a movie for each. And then that DC and Marvel are both great. Don't come at me. but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I think also the character is important because some characters lend themselves to that. Some characters are more you want to watch them to have fun. Guardians of the Galaxy, you don't want something that's too dark, because it's been established that this version is the fun version, the funny version. But I guess so, yeah. I mean, these event films, as we call them, event films, I don't have a problem with them being long.
Yeah.
But single films, I think they should have a goal to either, if it's a new character, explain this character, the version of the character that we're going to watch, and build the story as to make sense. Because now, with Marvel, everything is connected, TV shows and movies. So you have to watch everything.
Okay.
So you have to make everything good.
Okay, since you're mentioning characters, which character you want to see a movie of that you haven't seen?
Okay, that's a good question. Well, I wanted it as a movie before they announced it as a TV series, but Moon Knight. I'm interested in seeing that. I'm interested in seeing that, and I'm interested in seeing, what? Well, Namor. I think he's gonna appear, the Submariner.
No, not appear. I'm talking about movie.
Well,
No
I would have
appearances.
liked to see
Yeah.
that movie, but he will appear in Black Panther 2, maybe.
Really?
They're saying, or
Because
initially,
it was him against the very famous
the Human
rivalry,
Torch.
him and Torch. Yeah,
Right, but we don't have a Human Torch yet for the MCU.
we have the Fantastic Four version of that. Flame
Exactly,
Yeah,
and that movie wasn't great, but I actually like the older ones.
okay,
the
so
ones with
that brings me to one of my favorite characters, Silver Surfer.
right.
Now,
Yeah,
I would like to see a Snyder Silver Surfer movie.
right. Oh, you actually remind me. Which also all the movies I want them to make, they're making them side characters. I don't know why. Doctor Fate, I wanted.
Yeah.
But now he's gonna appear in Black
Yeah,
Adam.
but they have to have a movie, proper one of them. And I can't get over the Silver Surfer they made in Fantastic Four.
It was kind of like a machine, like monotonous, very monotonous.
His story and his backstory and his origin story alone it's epic.
True.
Dude, his power is epic.
True.
The guy will come fight you on Earth and then fly back again and fight you on another planet 2 seconds later. Do you know what I mean? He's just
True.
like, yeah.
True. He's just the guy. He's
Yeah.
the guy. He's Galactus's guy.
Yeah, I can't believe they haven't yet.
That's true. He could get his own movie.
He should get his own movie. And if they're looking for a person to play the part, I mean, I could go bald. I have no issues with going bald.
You've heard it, Kevin Feige.
You know? I
Make
could
it
be
happen.
The Silver Surfer. And you'd be getting Arab with it, so you'd be hitting a lot of different people, dude.
This is it.
That's it.
That's it. I think the conversation is done. We'll talk. Kevin will talk.
Exactly. Well, when he comes to the Comic-Con, Speedy Comic-Con, then we will. Tell me your ultimate 3. You're going... Okay, let me change this.
Okay.
Tell me your ultimate 3 for battle.
Together as a team?
As a
against
team.
someone? Or
Yeah.
fighting to each
No,
other?
no. As a team.
Okay.
And then tell me your favorite ultimate 3 to sit down, have a pizza at home, and just chill with for a while.
Okay. And I chill with them.
You chill. They're your friends, mate.
Right.
They are your 3. So think about your 3 best friends now.
Right.
They turn into your 3 best friends, and you hang
Right.
with them. Everything that you do with your friends, you do with them.
Well, that's fun. Well, 3 battle?
Mhm.
Is it heroes and villains or just heroes?
Any you can mix them if you want.
Okay, that's interesting.
There will be peace for that one battle.
Right. Okay, I can roll with that. I'll take Spider-Man because Spider-Man is smart.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is underrated by his villains.
Hugely underrated. Yes.
So, because he's actually at some point he was the 4th strongest Marvel character. That was a long time ago, but still he's superhumanly strong. So Spider-Man, I'll take this guy, Magneto. Magneto is immensely powerful. He's fantastic. Who would I choose as the 3rd? And they're fighting some giant power. You need a guy who's the heavy. You have the smart one, you have an agile one, and you need the heavy. I'm not gonna say Hulk. I'm not gonna say Thanos, because then that would be just simple. A 3rd character, wow. I think I will go with Thor. Very powerful, very powerful.
That works.
You have the power of the Mjolnir and Stormbreaker with you.
That works.
I think those 3 together, they could make a force to be reckoned with.
Nice.
I would have said Venom, but I love Venom.
Venom's very
But
good.
then again,
Him and Spidey. Oh, but there's peace that day, so it's fine.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Or you could symbiote Spider-Man because
Yeah.
he's stronger.
And to hang out,
To hang out, Deadpool.
you can't. He's already hanging out with me.
He's already
in my
hanging.
3. No, you can have him for a bit. Yeah.
All right.
Deadpool.
Okay. I'll say Human Torch.
Okay.
He's a funny guy. I'll hang out with. I'll tell you who. I'll hang out with Flash, because Flash has to eat a lot of snacks to sustain his energy, and then it'll be a competition, which I'll probably regret. Okay, so Flash, Human Torch, and I would like to hang out with Colossus. He's funny.
Very funny. Yes.
He's funny.
Yes.
You could do a lot of things.
Yeah. And to have Deadpool and Colossus in the same room, we've seen already how that works out.
But I gave.
Yeah.
I'm willing for him to hang out with you that day.
Yeah,
So I'll roll with those 3.
that's a very good one.
I mean, you could have Doctor Strange
Yeah.
there and he'll tell you the future and
Yeah.
just ruin your life,
that's
but you
boring.
don't want to do
He'll
that.
be like, pizza's gonna come cold. You're just like, oh mate, you ruined it. For battle, I'd have. Oh, there's different ways of doing it, because part of me wants to get Wolverine, Deadpool, and Spidey just for the healing.
Right, the healing factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I would go Silver Surfer. I would go. Okay, I'm battling against your people now. So I'd take Charles, Xavier
Right.
for your Magneto.
Right.
I'd throw in Deadpool there,
Right.
and I'd throw in Silver Surfer.
That's an interesting team. You don't know how that's gonna play
Yeah.
out. That's interesting.
That's what I'd have. To hang out, I'd definitely have Deadpool. I mean, to be honest, I'd sacrifice 2 other friends just to hang out with Deadpool. But then I think Deadpool, Spidey, and who am I going to put this last one? I had one in my head. No, why not? Let's get Gal in there.
Well, I was
Just to
thinking
have a girl
about
in the
that.
room, you know?
Well,
We're geek enough as it is.
well, Mary Jane is here.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
do. I mean, talking
Yeah.
about Lois.
You can have the redheads. Lois, we already know that she's all over the place. We don't want to get involved with her because she's only going to bring trouble with Bruce and Clark and all
Right.
that. You just want to stay her out
Right.
of it. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay, let's talk collectibles.
Ooh.
I mean, let's talk collectibles. Which one is your favorite out of everything on our table?
Okay. I mean, I love the details on this.
Mm-hmm.
I love the details on this, and I love the Vader,
Yeah.
the Darth Vader helmet. I think they're really cool. All of these are really cool.
They're all
but
very
these
cool, yeah.
are. This one is an actual size, and you could
Yeah.
wear it, and this one as well.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going for Terminator,
Very cool.
Vader,
Very cool.
and Magneto. I don't know if there's a limit, but I'm going. If I had to take
No limits.
3, oh, then all of them. But
And the Hulkbuster.
the
is great.
Hulkbuster, this Hulkbuster is insane
Is insane.
because it's literally
You see
it
him
just
insane.
literally just comes apart, and you can move every little inch of his body.
That is true.
Why do you think people like collectibles? Let's not talk about comics because that's an episode in itself. But you know, why do you think people like these kind of figures and these kind of helmets and stuff? Other than they're cool as hell.
Right.
What about them do you think?
Attracts people.
Mm.
Well, I'll tell you something. For example, for me personally, I love Darth Vader. He's
Yeah.
probably one of my top, if not the top, favorite villain of film and such. But he's definitely there.
Yeah.
So when you get something like this, there is a connection that you develop with the characters when you watch
Yeah.
the shows or when you play the games or when you watch the movies. And having something in your living room or wherever you put the stuff is beautiful.
It's different, right?
I think it's beautiful. I mean, collectibles come in all shapes and sizes. Not necessarily the toys and the figures, but it can be anything.
Are you going to make me angry right now? You're going to talk about what you recently just got that I actually had to pretend to be happy for you. I was hating guys, I was hating so much. So he put a picture on his story and I was just like, I mean, obviously I was happy for him, kind of. But I wanted it. I wanted it so bad, dude. I wanted it so bad, dude. And the fact that somebody else thought about it, and I hadn't thought about adding that to my collection, just made me feel this big. I was just like, damn it. I was just like, I should have got that, and he should have been like,
Even your
I'm gonna
collection is
copy
bigger
you.
than mine, I'm sure.
Yes, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. How did I miss that one? How did I let that one slip?
That I've been looking at that literally since I was a child.
Talk about it.
Well, what I got was, of course, my top favorite thing in the world is Jurassic Park and Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
And I got a replica of John Hammond's cane that he walks around with that has the amber with the fossilized mosquito that they used to take out the DNA of the dinosaurs and create the dinosaurs of Jurassic Park. So I got a replica of that, which was made of wood, and it's reinforced, and the amber part is real as well. So it is an actual amber. I need to see if the dinosaur part is real. I will not hesitate to go.
We should try it. I mean, look, between me, you, and Rashid, we have pretty big connections of people. I'm sure we can find a lab somewhere in the UAE.
Right.
And try and recreate it. Now, if you come with the dud mosquito, mate, that we do it and it turns out to be a wild boar or something that we do it, then I'm going to be really not impressed.
Well, I'll be very upset.
I mean, there's enough
cry.
desert. There's enough desert for a couple of velociraptors and T-Rexes to run around here. We
Pretty
have the
sure.
space.
I mean, mosquitoes bite everyone. We probably have a nice mix of different
Imagine that
things.
you just make another cousin, just a guy that looks like you. Just like
the clone.
Yeah,
Man,
mate, it's so nice. I think you should bring it in for one of the other episodes.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, for me, I'm gonna get it because it works for so many reasons. It works for, tripping up my kids in the hallway when they're walking past. It's just so nice to, like, the second I saw it, I had that, that score in the background in my head. Can't believe he's got it and I haven't got it. I hate him. Yeah, it was. But you know what? My collection is good too, and it's growing and growing and growing. And also, guys, your collection is going to grow too, because we're going to be doing so many kinds of giveaways and all of that kind of stuff on the episodes. And I can guarantee you from now, no one's going to be doing giveaways like we are. The stuff that we got is insane.
Truly, yes.
We have incredible episodes coming. We have some incredible things from the vault to show you. And I'm just really excited. I'm really excited. One thing we forgot to speak about. What was your first comic?
My first comic? I think it was a Spider-Man comic. I don't have it anymore, but I think it was a Spider-Man comic. But I didn't buy it, so I got it as a gift. But some of the first comics that I bought weren't actually Marvel and DC. They were the Dark Horse Aliens and Predators.
Nice.
And yeah. Alien versus Predator titles, which were amazing, because those are also some of my favorite movie franchises. I got those, and then those were the ones came in an omnibus, companions and such, and I bought a few of those. But then my actual my actual comic book that was old and vintage, I actually got it from Speedy way back in the day, and it was called Skull the Slayer, and it was this weird story about, the details were it was just they go to a place and then the old eras were there and there's weird creatures and monsters. How did you read it? Beautiful physical copies.
Oh no, but so it's not sealed.
It was a set. Yes, I bought the set of the full complete story of it. Nice. And it was, I saw dinosaurs on the cover. And it was an old comic book, and I was, of course. And then I bought it and I read them, and it wasn't much for collecting, but I wanted to read a vintage comic, the nice feel of the paper.
Different paper. Beautiful. What is your comic you want to buy now? And it doesn't have to be, a crazy thing that it's like, okay, I want a Superman one. Obviously, we want a Superman one.
We all want the Super one.
But like for me, the last time I was in the vault, I was looking through a couple of things, and I want a Stan Lee signed comic. Right. That's my next thing. I want to have a piece from Stan Lee in my collection.
Oh, right. Well, I do. Oh my god,
Yeah, I
you're
know you
gonna
do.
kill me.
Oh no, you do.
That's my top piece. That it's
know
the
you do.
first appearance of Mysterio and Amazing Spider-Man. It's a 1.8, not in a good condition, but it's a first appearance of a character that appeared in a movie, and it's signed by Stan Lee. God bless him.
Mm.
And so I got that. But so your next collectible mission.
My next one is going to be a Stanley. But
is
I'm
Stanley's
looking for
signature.
a specific.
Okay.
I'm not specific,
Mhm.
but I want it to be something that has an awesome cover as well.
Right.
Because obviously you're not going to be reading this comic.
Of
It's going to be
course.
sealed. It's
It's
going to
gonna
be
be
closed.
put on
It's
the.
going to be in glass. You know what I mean? So I want it to also be, you know, an eye catcher,
Right.
and then go, oh yeah, but it's signed by Stanley.
Flex.
Yeah, right.
For me personally, I think it was one of them that I really wanted, and I actually found it at Speedy, was the Secret Wars with the first Spider-Man black suit. Beautiful
Mhm.
cover, the one
Yeah.
where he's standing like this. But then another one I really want is Amazing Spider-Man 300, which is the first appearance of Venom.
Nice.
I really want that one because I mean I've always loved Venom before it was cool.
Mm.
Even before the
Yeah, me
third
too.
Spider-Man movie.
Venom and Carnage. I used to draw them a lot when I was
Venom
younger.
and Carnage were amazing. Even the
Yeah.
video games, even such, was very powerful.
Even to draw, they're really cool characters.
Yeah, I used to doodle all the
mm.
time, Spider-Man and Venom fighting and
Mm.
stuff, and like webbing and stuff. It was fun.
I remember one of my first pictures I ever drew was Wolverine and Sabretooth. So there's a cover on a comic. It
Oh.
was one of the comics I had, and it had Wolverine and Sabretooth facing each other.
I remember you
Yeah.
mentioned this.
Yeah,
Yes,
and that was the first one I drew. No, tell a lie. So my friend who always collected comics, we drew half each. I drew the
That's
Wolverine,
nice.
he drew the Sabretooth. Yeah.
Nice.
I wish we still had that. We don't have that anymore.
Nice,
It's crazy.
nice.
Oh man, we need to wrap it up because these people are going to be bored of us. They're not, they love us. Guys, it's been an absolute amazing experience to bring you our first episode of many more to come. How'd you feel with this one?
Awesome,
Awesome, right?
awesome.
I mean, we could do this all day.
This
This could
was
be so
fun.
easy for us to do, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we've been
Oh, yeah.
geeking since we've been speaking.
I mean, this is the short version.
Yeah, that's what right. So what we're doing is we're also speaking to Zach, and we're going to bring you a Snyder Cut podcast episode. It's going to be 8 hours long, and it's going to be all the things that we'll cut out and all the
So
things that we
every
missed.
second of the film will go over it
Yeah,
twice.
right. Anything you want to say to the peeps before we leave?
Oh God, I mean, Speedy Comics is, and this podcast is us geeking with you, and it's just all of us sharing the things we love together. It's a fun, beautiful environment. It's a fun, beautiful community, and we'd love for you guys to stick around, watch these episodes, like and comment and subscribe, and as well, you know, come to Speedy Comics. You're always welcome. Let us know that you came from the podcast. We'll get something cool for you. And yeah, we'd love to see you there. Of
Boom.
course.
Should we end it the same way that we started it? 3,
Right.
2, 1. Yo,
Hey.
hey.